Hello everyone, on today's mathematics menu we're going to have number and it's going to be place value. Hopefully you're going to find this really nice and simple, but if not, I'm here to help. So what is place value? In the decimal number system we use every day, the value of a digit depends on its place or position in each number. Each place has a value of 10 times the place to its right. Examples of this. So let's look at the columns that we've got. So we've got our millions, our hundreds of thousands, our tens of thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones or units. Past the decimal place, we have our tenths, we have our hundredths, and we have our thousandths. I know I can't pronounce that very well. But anyway, and all it's saying is that with our 1, if we times that by 10, we get 10. If we times 10 by 10, we get 100. We times that by 10, we get 1,000. So forth and so on. And the same thing goes if we divide by 10, divide by 10, divide by 10. So just remember when we're answering any questions today, where numbers fall is very important. And we're going to go through some examples of that. So let's look at our first style of questions. When we get these place value questions, we get different styles of question. Let's look at the first style of question. Write down the value of the numbers in red. So I'll do the first one for you. And all we have to do is write down the value of that number 2. Okay, I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to say that's worth 20 because it's 3,425. The reason why it's worth 20 is because we've got 2 tens. Let's look at the column here. It's in this column here, isn't it? So it's in 2. It's 2 of those. So 2 timesing by 10 gives me 20. I would like you to give this next one a go yourself. See if you can write the right answer down here. What's the value of the number in red? So that value is actually 900,000. And that's because I've got 900,000s. Yeah? It falls in this column. So I've got 9 of them, 900,000. Let's look at the next question. That was quite tough. I'm sure a few of you are going, what? And you know, we do have to take our time to work these things through. Let's write down the number of the value of 4. Remember, give this a go yourself. What's the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get it wrong and you're going to know that you need to improve. Write it down. If you get it right, you're well on the track to being amazing. So here we go now. The value is 0.04. And let's look what column it falls in. It falls in this column here. So it's going to be 4 hundredths. Okay. And last question before we move on. Write down the value of 9. What is 9 worth? Then come back and see if you've got it correct. So here we go. It is going to be 900. And let's look at where it falls. It falls in here. So it's going to be 9 hundredths. And that's why it's worth 900. Some people get sort of confused with rounding when it comes to this place value, but please remember that if it asks just for the basic place value, make sure you just treat it basically. What about these examples? So from the list below, rewrite the list from smallest to the largest number. Let's look at our list for a start. I'm going to do the first one for you and explain why. So the first number there is not 24.5, it's actually 24.09. Remembering the value of the numbers dramatically increases. It increases by 10 for the column you move to. So this 5 is worth a lot more than this 9. So the next one would be 24.5. I would like you to fill in the rest, please. I know that's really easy, but do that now. Come back and see if you've finished this off well. Next one up would have been 96.03 and last would have been 1003. So here we go. Let's go over. This is the last style before we will move into the quiz. So all we're going to do is write these down here in just numbers, and it's number form. So you've got to go from words into numbers, or subsequently you could actually go from numbers into words. But write down these in numbers. I'm not going to give you any more help. Write down your answers. Come back and see if you've got them correct. So the first one would have been 568. So we could write that down as 568. The next one is 4,020. So it's 4,020. Then we've got 10,902. So 10,902. Hopefully you've done those really well, because it is now time for the quiz. We're taking all of the parts we're going to do and see if you know what you're doing now. So give it a go. Come back and see if you've got them all correct. I'm sure you will. Let's go, everyone. It's time for our answers, and here are our answers. Hopefully you agree with me. Very, very simple, but it is something that some people struggle with. I mean, these in particular are things that people do struggle with. They tend to sort of say that, that they get mixed up with some of these numbers, with the zeros and things like that in them. Hopefully that's not tripped you up today. Hopefully you've been absolutely amazing. I'm sure you have. As always, make sure you write some revision cards. If you'd like some copies of these electronically, please get in contact with me with the details below in the comment section. But until next time, it's always a pleasure helping you with your maths today. I'm sure you feel you're a little bit better, and that just gives you more and more confidence, which makes you better and better at maths.